In this video, I'm going to show you how to make gold with the auction house from doing flipping. So flipping is basically where you buy an item for cheap and you resell it for a higher price and you keep the profit in between. Super simple concept, but there's a bunch of things that you need to know to be able to do it properly in Mr. Pandaria Classic. So in this video, we're going to go over some of those methods and I'll just show you what flipping is. Okay, so first of all, I recommend having TSM. This is a add-on, which the full name is just Trade Skill Master. You can download it from their website, and basically what this will do is it will give you price data for items. So if you go ahead and hover over any item, it will bring up the tooltip, and this will have all the different price data for for that specific item that you have clicked on or hovered on. So for an example, we can go ahead and we can see the market value. So the market value is 9 silver on this realm, and the market value is just the average price the item has been posted for over the past 14 days on your specific realm. The historical price is the same thing as market price, but instead of 14 days it's 60 days. Then we have region market value average. So this is the average price the item has been posted for over the past 14 days across all of the realms on your region. So like for an example, a region is if you're US or if you're EU. And then the region sale average is the average price our item has actually sold for over the past 60 days, which is 1 silver and 85 copper for this item. Next up, you have the region sale rate, and this is basically a number. The higher this number is, it means the quicker the item will probably sell. And then you also have the region average daily sold. So this gives you a rough average amount of how many times the item will sell on each round per day. So that's some of the tooltips from TSM. You will also want to have groups for flipping. So I have my groups which have all of the best items all in categories and subcategories for flipping, as you can see right here. So you can make groups like this, or if you want to get your hands on my groups that are all ready for you to go and do flipping how I've been doing, you can get all of this inside of my Mist of Pandaria Classic flipping guide, which will be linked down below in the description box. And you can go ahead, if you get the guide, you copy the import string, click this button right here, paste it in here, and you'll have all of my groups and also my operations. So I have operations set up to only sell the items at a profitable price no matter what. So no matter what happens, it will post items for over 10% profit margin or more. So you can never lose gold when you're actually doing this sort of flipping, which makes it very, very beginner friendly. And on top of that, in the guide, obviously it teaches you everything you need to know about this process in a lot more detail. But basically you want to have groups, you want to have operations set up with TSM. And now what you can do is we can head over to the auction house, we can go to browse, we can select what groups that we want to scan, and this is how we're going to find the best possible deals. So for an example, say I want to get all the rare and epic recipes. I also want to scan the mounts, let's say the best transmogs, and let's do the battle pets also. So we can go ahead and we could run a shopping scan. Now this percent in the middle is the market value, and this, so if it's at 100%, it's basically priced where it should be. If the percent is lower, it means it's underpriced compared to the average over the past 14 days. So what I like to do when buying items is try to keep it under 50% of the market value when doing your TSM shopping scan. This way you just know it's a really good deal, and there's enough room for a profit margin that is worth actually flipping. So we'll go ahead, I'll let this scan complete, and I'll show you a few examples of some good deals. But before I do that, my TSM probably looks a little bit different to yours. You can see all of these extra columns. Basically what I've done, all the data, the price data that you get from hovering over the item and the sell rate, I've basically just put that into rows right here. Now to do that, you just click on these 3 dots, go to show/hide columns, and then go ahead and you can pick out the columns that you want to show right here. And these are the ones that I have added. So the DB, they start off with DB. And so I've added all of those just to make it a bit easier. Then I don't have to hover over the item. I can just basically look at the row. And when buying items, you want to make sure that the buy price of the item is cheaper and a much lower price than all of these different price sources. So all the ones that you can see on the tooltip, all the ones that I've got added here, which they're the same as the tooltip. But for an example, this item right here, it's 44 gold on this realm. The market value is 574 gold. So the buy price is lower than that, way lower. Then we've got the region market average, which is 1000. The buy price is way lower. We've got the historical price, which is 1224. It's way lower. Then we've got the region sale average, which is 200. The buy price is way lower. So this could be a good item. It's also got a pretty good sell rate for a non-material item. If we go ahead and click on the arrows, it'll show how many more of these are actually posted. So this is, unfortunately, we couldn't buy this item because if you look, we'd have to buy literally like 10 of these before the price jumps up to a much higher price. We'd have to buy a bunch of these. So that's not a good example of a flip, because with non-material flips, you don't want to buy like 10, 20 of the same item. That's too much stock for just one item. The max I'd buy up to is like 5 to see a big price change. But we can go ahead and keep on having a look here. So here's a great example of one that can sell, that has a massive basically gap from the lowest price to the next price. We can pick one of these up for 90 gold, and then the next highest one is 794 gold. This could be a good deal. However, this item has no sell rate if you look right here, so I want to stay away from this. This just means that it hasn't even sold in the past 60 days, so we want to make sure that the sell rate is higher. So we'll let the scan finish and I'll find the perfect example, see what deals pop up from our scan. Alright, so the scan is nearly done. Let me show you some more examples. So as you can see, here's a nice item. The price is super cheap. Now we could buy one and just sell it at 50 gold, or we could buy all of them out and up to the 100 gold and then sell them at 328. We would be buying a decent amount of these though, which I prefer not to buy too much. So here is another example. So actually this is even a better example. This has a good sell rate. It's got a good price. We can pick it up for 555 gold. The prices are in like the 3 to 5,000s. They're all way above 555, and there's no other competition for this. So there's only one posted on the auction house. So we could buy this and repost this for a very, very high price, probably for like 4,200 gold. So let's go ahead and buy that. So that's a good example, like the perfect example where you can just be the only one of that item on the auction house. Then you don't have to worry about competition. Here's another one that I would buy. You do have to buy 3 of the recipes before the price changes a lot. So you have 1 at 99 gold, 2 at 100 gold. So you could buy all these for 300 gold. And you'd have 3 of them. And then you could repost them each at 484 gold. After you sell the first one, you've paid them all off plus profit. So that definitely could be worth doing. Let's go ahead and actually do that. So now let me just grab these items and we'll throw them up on the auction house, and I'll show you the profit margin on these. Okay, so let's go ahead, open up the auction house, go to auctioning, select all of the groups, click on run post scan. This will scan all the items in your bags, and it will use the operations from TSM that you set up to post the items. So as you can see, this first one, we paid on average 100 gold for it. We're reposting it for 484 gold. We paid 555 gold for the purple, and this one we're reposting for 4,206 gold. So you can see there's a bunch of profit to be made. Now just imagine doing that with literally hundreds, 1,000 items. You'll be able to make so much gold from doing this. Now if you want to learn more about flipping in Mr. Pandaria Classic, you can check out my full Mr. Pandaria Classic flipping guide, which is linked down below in the description box. This will give you my TSM groups and operations that you can import into your TSM, and will also give you a step-by-step guide on how to do flipping in Mr. Pandaria Classic. However guys, that was it for the video. If you enjoyed, be sure to hit the thumbs up button and also subscribe for more gold making content. I'll be bringing out videos every single day.